Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with Deb or Debbie. She was both. And she has been with me for a few months now. We've been doing one-to-one work. And it's just an honor to just see all the shifts you've gone through, Deb, over the last few months and all the progress you've made. It's just been so amazing. So I'm curious if you could just share with us first what it was, like why you came into coaching and what you were really struggling with when we first started.
I was following you for some time in your other life where you were the fitness instructor. And I just felt a connection really strongly with you then. And I really liked what you were doing. And then one day I saw one of your podcasts, or maybe it was an Instagram blurb, and you talked about how strong women also can't do it all alone. Sometimes they need help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. And that's actually really a powerful thing to do. And I was like, I need that. I'm struggling. I'm sort of in a slump. I'm in a transition of my life. I'm not sure where I'm going. I'm not sure how to get there. And I really want some new tools. And that's why I reached out to you.
Awesome. Yeah. And so what would you say in terms of when did you start to have breakthroughs in the work we're doing? And even if you could share one or two of some of the bigger ones that you've had from what we've done together.
Gosh, I will say that the breakthroughs started to come pretty early on. And maybe because I felt from our very first conversation that I was really in tune with you and what you were bringing to the table. So I think I was really, really open to it. And being able to look at some past experiences that I didn't realize were fairly negative for me and holding me back from really going on to creating a different life that had more happiness in it. And the tools that you taught me and worked with me on to go back and examine those a little more closely, not in depth, not in a lot of detail, but just that they created an obstacle for me that I needed to be able to come to terms with and learn what it was preventing me from getting out of life today.
Right. So it sounded like some of those experiences were blocking you from just getting the things you want, right? Whether it's relationships or a career or what those things were that you couldn't figure out how to move forward.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, totally. And then what would you say in terms now, like what's your sort of biggest takeaway having come through it of like what you can bring forward or what you can really have from the time that we've and the work that we've done together?
You know, you've given me a gift of having more space in my life to have more joy. I've kind of gotten rid of a lot of baggage, a lot of things that were weighing me down. And yeah, there's just more of a lightness day to day. So it's a huge gift.
Awesome. I love that. I know I can see it in your face, Deb. It's really amazing. Um, and could you just, this part's always funny, but because you're going to tell me, but everybody, what is it like to work with me?
Um, I say that anybody who has an opportunity to have conversations with you, to be exposed to the kind of success that you have, that you've gained through not only your own life, but through a lot of serious study, a lot of work and dedication to something that can make a huge difference in so many people's lives. And you are so kind, you are very caring, you are encouraging. Your manner from week to week is so compassionate. It's just really easy to have a conversation with you. And it's a lot of, deep things that we're going through from week to week. And yet you have such a way of not letting anything get uncomfortable or of having me dwell on something that was really hard to bring up. Things just flow really, really easily with you. Like they don't usually flow with many people for me. So yeah, you're such a skilled listener, and you really bring out the best. And I've been really, really grateful that our paths crossed, and I so appreciate all the time with you.
Well, I feel so grateful too, Deb, that you just were able to trust and come in and take that leap because it's a big leap to come into coaching. And I always really feel honored when women take that leap because it's such an investment in yourself and a trust in me too, that you can do it. And then I love that moment though when people take the leap because that's when the turnarounds start to begin. You're like, okay, I'm willing to do this. Like I'm willing to put some time and energy and investment into myself, and then to get to the other side, it's always like, oh, like you just, I don't know, you never start knowing what you're going to get,
Yeah.
right? You have to just trust. And so I
Yeah.
love seeing the evolution and the shift. And I've loved your progress. And, you've just been so dedicated to being like, I'm really thinking about this. I'm really looking at what we're working on while also being willing to just move through the things that we're talking about and have that lightness in your face. And it makes my heart really happy. So thank you for being so generous to yourself and doing it with me. Like I really benefited from you being generous with yourself.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Deb.